The following is a presentation of the Illinois High School Association. Live from Assembly Hall in Champaign, we welcome you for the first of what will be 4 boys Class A quarterfinal championship basketball games here in Central Illinois. Hello again, everyone. Joe Passion back with you, and we're glad to have you back with us. The first of 4 games, and this first game features a team that was here last year but did not get past the quarterfinals against a team that is here for the very first time. Let's run down first off where our visiting team, the Hawks of Riverton, are from, and you see less than 100 miles away. The Hawk fans will be out here in droves for Jeff Koger and his club, who lost a quarterfinal game last year to Staunton. The Hawks have lost only once this year out of Sangamon County, and this is a ball club that also hopes to do some great things. They already do at home. Let's take a look at our country company's Main Street video. Riverton is located a few miles north of the state capital in Springfield. Founded in 1864 by P.L. Howlett, the town's original industry centered around coal mining. Riverton High and the town are excited about their Hawks, and a side note, the Hawks nickname was chosen in a contest held in 1938. The winning name was submitted by the school's custodian. Now, the road to Champaign for Riverton came through many avenues, but their biggest win of all was in the super sectional by 3 over Sullivan. Their opponent today, the home team in this first quarterfinal game, will be the Hornets of Eureka, another team that are close to Champaign and will have a large gathering on hand to support their 28-1 Hornets of Coach Jim Mees. This is Eureka's first time ever in the state finals of the Elite 8. They are to a traditional community and one that has some great looks as we take a look with our country company's walk down Main Street. Founded in 1854 under the name of Walnut Grove, the community became Eureka in 1859 under the direction of John Dars. The Woodford County Courthouse was built in Eureka in 1897. Eureka College was the college home of former President Ronald Reagan. Record-setting high school basketball coach Dick Van Syak of Peoria Manual was on the Eureka Regional winner back in 1942. This year's starting 5 has played together for 2 years and is the most successful team in school history. The road to Champaign for the Hornets came up with many big victories, possibly the highlight, the sectional final win over Midwest Central, leading into the super sectional, and then right here to the floor of Assembly Hall. When we return here to Assembly Hall, we'll set the table with the X and O's for this first quarterfinal game. Eureka against Riverton here on America's Original March Madness. The boys Class A basketball finals are being brought to you in part by Country Companies Insurance. When it matters most, the country's behind you. The Pepsi-Cola bottlers of Illinois, who encourage you to be young, have fun, and drink Pepsi. Your local Ford dealer, home of the best-selling car and truck in America. And by the dairy farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Drink milk. It does a body good. It's the 87th year of championship high school boys basketball in Illinois, and to set the table for our first quarterfinal game between Riverton and Eureka, let's send it to center court to Greg Sterick and Dick Lucky.
Hey, thank you very much, Joe. It's a great field this year in this Class A tourney. 18 losses collectively among the 8 teams. That's the second lowest ever in Class A. Dick Ludke here, joined by Greg Sterick. We anticipate this first game between Riverton and Eureka. As Joe said, first time ever for the Hornets, but the Hawks were here last year. They lost in the opening round to eventual state champion Staunton, and their head coach Jeff Koger believes that experience will help.
Well, I think, you know, you always have fond memories of getting here the first time, and to get back, it was something that we would say occasionally in practice, not often, and we took one game at a time, and I think in the back of their minds, they knew what they had to do to get back, and that's one thing that they've done real well on this year, is to take a game at a time and accomplish each goal when it was time to accomplish it.
Great point guards for both teams. For Riverton, it's Jason Sowers, 1,000 points in his career, but he also passes the ball very well, Greg.
Well, he can shoot it. He's their leading scorer and their leading rebounder. Also has the ability to really distribute the basketball. He leads the ball club in assists, holds the school record for assists. He averages 7 assists per ball game. He sets the tone for his basketball team, both offensively and defensively.
Now, we think the tempo will be very critical here this evening. Riverton, a half-court sort of team. Eureka likes to get the ball up the floor. And their head coach, Tim Meese, says tempo will be very important to his team's chances for victory.
It's going to be very important. They want to slow down action. We want to speed it up. I think that we're a little deeper than they are, and we want to get the ball out of Jason Sowers' hands and make these other kids make decisions on the full-court level.
Eureka's point guard is also named Meese. He's the coach's son. He's head coach Tim Meese's son, Nathaniel Meese, Greg.
Well, he's a 3-year starter, and as you might expect, he is the coach's son, so he sets the tone for the ball club. He runs the ball club. He averages 16 points per ball game. And if it's going to be an up-tempo ball game, Meese is going to be the guy that pushes the ball up the floor very quickly for his basketball team.
So we've got a great matchup here, Riverton and Eureka, in our opener, and we'll return after these local messages. And so it's Riverton against Eureka, each of these teams with one loss thus far. Now let's listen to our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, let's meet these players from Eureka and from Riverton as they get set to compete here in our opening game in the 1994 Class A state basketball tournament. As I say, each team with one loss. Eureka lost to U-High, and AC Central, the team that beat Riverton. Let's now join public address announcer Steve Adams here at Assembly Hall.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the coaches and players for this first quarterfinal round game featuring the Hawks of Riverton High School, who enter this game with a record of 27-1, and the Hornets of Eureka High School, who come into this game at 28-1. First, let's meet the non-starters from Riverton. 00, a 6-foot sophomore, Paul Johnson. Number 4, a 6'3" senior, Doug Holly. Number 10, a 5'6" sophomore, Marty Viola. Number 12, a 5'11" sophomore, Doug Favero. Number 14, a 5'10" senior, Mike Howie. Number 20, a 5'8" sophomore, Eric Zope. Number 24, a 6'1" junior, Rob Plunk. Number 30, a 5'11" senior, Jason Dasher. Number 34, a 6'1" senior, Jeremy McDaniel. And number 50, a 6'1" junior, James Ledoux. And now, here are the non-starters from Eureka. Number 12, a 5'8" junior, Sean Rossman. Number 30, a 5'11" senior, Chris Peterson. Number 31, a 5'8" senior, Jason Lane. Number 34, a 6'2" senior, Russ Hinnon. Number 40, a 6'3" sophomore, Bob Wetstein. Number 41, a 6'2" junior, Josh Knapp. Number 42, a 6'2" senior, John Dickinson. Number 43, a 5'10" junior, Luke Roki. And number 50, a 5'11" senior, Chet Rickey. And now, introducing the starting lineups. At one forward for Riverton, a 6'2" senior, number 52, Bo Veman. At forward for Eureka, a 5'8" senior, number 33, Matt Keppel. At the other forward for the Hawks, a 6'2" junior, number 40, Pat Keating. And at the other forward for the Hornets, a 6'1" senior, 35, Brian Blunier. At center for Riverton, a 6'6" senior, number 22, Kurt Kuffel. And at center for Eureka, a 6'4" junior, number 55, Matt Brayman. And guard for the Hawks, a 5'10" junior, number 42, Craig Burge. And at guard for Eureka, a 5'11" senior, number 32, Nathaniel Meese. At the other guard for Riverton, a 6'3" senior, number 32, Jason Sowers. And at the other guard for the Hornets, a 6'3" senior, number 44, Dave Steinbeck. And now introducing the coaches. First from Riverton, the assistant coaches are Tom Mulligan and Brian Kuffel. And the head coach in his 5th season is Jeff Koger. And for Eureka, the assistant coaches are Mike Rainey, Scott McMullen, and Bob Gold. And the head coach in his 9th season is Tim Meese. Introducing your officials for this first.
Tim Meese, 163 victories and 71 losses in his 9 years at Eureka. Jeff Koger took a team to the championship game took a team here to the Class A tourney last year, lost to the eventual state champs. Over 100 wins for him, 36 defeats. Now we check our Pepsi All-Sport team comparison, Greg, and well, first of all, we take a look at our starting lineup, brought to you by DuPont Canopy, the no-till herbicide. We've just met these players, and there's the starters.
And size-wise, both ball clubs match up very well.
As we're about set to get it underway here, ball in the air. Hawks win the draw. And they get the first shot here to dent the scoreboard for the first time. This is Kuppel. Ball slapped away there by Keppel, but now back into Kuppel, who has missed the shot for the Hawks, and the rebound Steinbeck for Eureka.
And Eureka wants to push the ball up the floor very, very quickly. They like to get it done in transition, Dick.
A 3 for Steinbeck off the back of the iron, but the rebound and the shot put up and through for Eureka's Brian Blunier, who draws first blood.
Well, a nice offensive stick back that time. A good job by Eureka keeping the basketball alive on the offensive glass.
This is Sowers on the drive. He missed the shot, and we're coming the other way, and Eureka likes this tempo. This is Meese.
So they like to penetrate, and then they like to kick back to look for the open jumper. Good look on the inside.
It's Bremen who jump hooks it, not good. Had a tough bounce there, and the rebound is Kurt Couples.
Boy, good job by Bremen, though, at 6'4" to go down low and post up.
2-0 in favor of the Hornets.
Eureka in a disguised man-to-man, but it's a 2-3 zone. A great block on the inside that time. Great block by Steinbeck.
He had 7 of them, Greg, in their super sectional victory. He anticipates very, very well. He's extremely quick. He's not that big, but he'll block shots. Bremen now inside, and he's short, but this is Blunier with a rebound. Eureka tough on the boards as Blunier from 15 is inaccurate. Bremen now another chance for the Hornets, and Steinbeck fails to put it through the hole. And it'll be Eureka's ball. Great hustle play by Blunier as he knocked it away from Sowers. And now our Pepsi All-Sport team comparisons looks like a pretty easy, or rather even matchup.
Well, in the shooting department, it's Riverton with the edge. Free throws, Eureka, rebounding Eureka. Both ball clubs, size-wise, are matched up very well, but early advantage Eureka on the boards.
Tough angle for Steinbeck, but he scoops it in there, and it's 4-0 Hornets.
Well, a beautiful move on the baseline. Eureka comes out in their press. It's a 2-2-1 press. They look to push the ball up the sideline and then double team.
Jeff Koger has said he's faced a fair amount of full court pressure this year. His Riverton team has handled it well. This is Kuffel who has the tough roll, and Eureka back the other way looking for more. Meese on the drive and the layup, and Blunier missed it. And we're still at 4-0 in favor of the Eureka Hornets. Little half-court trap there, but Riverton breaks it down, and a partial block of that shot effort by Craig Burge. Riverton in the Elite Eight for the 3rd time. They made it here last year. The other time, as you see there, in 1979 when they finished 4th.
Riverton foul number 40 at Keating.
This is Nathaniel Meese. And his pass over the head of Bremen, and good hustle by Bremen, but he's called for the foul, first foul of the game. Eureka, number 6 in the Final Four, and boy, they won that regional championship back in 1942 when Dick Van Sciak, the present coach of Peoria Manual, was a senior. That's been a while, Greg.
I did say 1942, didn't it?
It sure did.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Coach Van Sciak. Here's the bounce pass down low. Beeman with it. Kuffel trying to post up inside, but they can't get it in there right now. As the shot from 3-point range is good for Beeman. Riverton is finally on the board. 4-3 lead Eureka.
Matt Keppel's into the ball game for Eureka too, and he had 18 points in their super sectional win, so he's a good scorer.
He had 4 threes in that game. Blunier from the wing, and his fading shot will not. Oh boy, we've had a lot of tough rolls on the rim so far in this one.
Now both ball clubs a little bit tight. Those shots will start to fall.
Here's Meese, or excuse me, this is Sowers, and he threw it behind his teammate, but it did go off the Eureka player, so Riverton continues to control as Jeff Koger looks on, and now our first substitution, Jason Lane, who played very well in the super sectional, is in for Eureka. One of our network sponsors is Huntry Companies. Certainly the fans from Eureka and Riverton are thrilled to be here, and so are these two guys. It's an honor for them to work here in the state tournament. Terry Gross and Robert Redmond.
A good ball movement on the outside. There he is, the big fellow, 6'2", Bo Beeman from the outside, gets Riverton on the boards, and it's a 3-point shot for Beeman. And on the year, Beeman at 41% from 3-point land, and Riverton, they shoot it at 36% on the year, and you can see Eureka very cold, 22%, 2 of 9, and Riverton about the same, 1 of 6, but they knock down a 3.
Eureka in the zone here to start the ball game. They'll play a lot of man-to-man, but they start in the zone as Beeman's shot is a little bit long, and we've got a foul on the rebound effort. And it'll go against the Hawks. Pat Keating picks it up. It's his first and his team's first.
You know, Beeman very quick on the baseline. The shot doesn't go, but a nice battle on the inside right there. And And Westeen gets the personal foul for Eureka.
Bob Wetstein is a sophomore. He came in off the bench during the timeout. Jason Lane is also in. He's the guy cutting to the bucket there. As Blunier has it now for the Hornets, who continue to lead here by 1.
Riverton very solid on the defensive end. It's a soft man-to-man D.
This is Meese trying to duck under Couple, and he may have drawn the foul. No, they call him for the charge. That's foul number 2 on Eureka.
Just ducks under right there. When he ducks under, Meese leans with the right shoulder. A very good call by the official right there as Meese picks up the personal foul. When he leaned, went into him with that right shoulder, and that's why the foul was called.
Couple was quick with his feet. He got into position just in time. Still 4-3 Eureka. And Jason Sowers is bumped a little bit, and they're not going to allow too much contact here, it looks like, as Blunier picks up his first. Team's 3rd already.
Good job by Jason Sowers, though, the point guard of Riverton, being able to adjust. He was very alert to the fact that Eureka got out of their zone defense and went to man-to-man, Dick. That's what a point guard's supposed to do, run his ball club.
This is Sowers. Into the corner it goes, and the pass for Couple was hit by Eureka out of bounds. Still belongs to Riverton.
Eureka doing a good job, though, containing Jason Sowers. That's the guy they really need to watch. He's such an outstanding scorer, and he sets the tone for his ball club, especially on the offensive end. And, you know, he's really yet to get on track here early in the ball game because of the good defense by Eureka.
That's Keppel back in, and Steinbeck, number 44, goes to the bench. So does Blunier, as Bremen is back in now for Eureka. Down low, Keating forces up a tough shot. Who's going to get the rebound? It's slapped to Riverton. Keating wound up with it. Jason Sowers, assists leader for all time at his school. But he's looking to score here, and he missed it short, but gets another try. It just won't roll in for Riverton, but there, Couple scores the goal and gives the Hawks their first lead. And we'll go to the free throw line here for a potential 3-point play.
Good job by working hard on the glass on the inside. The Hawks a little cold from the outside, but really battling hard on the inside. You'll watch the position there on the inside. Look at Couple, good inside position. Wonderful board work right there. Gets it up, a second chance opportunity, and a nice basket by Couple.
And he completes the 3-point play, and it's a 2-point lead for the Hawks, their first lead of the day. That was the second foul on Bremen and the 4th already against Eureka. Just 1 team foul so far against Riverton, so that's in the Hawks' advantage. Down low, Bremen playing now with 2 fouls. The jump hook is off the back of the iron. Sowers with the basketball, pushing it for Riverton, and he dumps it down low, but as he did, he committed the charge. First on him, second on the team.
Sowers took it just a little bit deep on that play, Dick. He was looking to dish the basketball, but once he left his feet, there was nowhere to go. And when he came down, picked up the charge. If I watch him when he leaves his feet right here. See, he leaves his feet to pass right there. And Couple was set in the charging foul on Sowers. Good defensive play by Sowers. Here comes Riverton back the other way.
Jason Lane attempting that shot. Sowers made the block and then draws the foul. Jason Lane, perhaps a bit frustrated after his shot was rejected, commits his first. That's 5 fouls already on the Hornets.
You can see the reach right here. See right there, see when he reached for the basketball, but a good job by Sowers to protect the basketball, to shield the defensive man away, and then when the reach was there by Lane, it was a quick personal foul. Team fouls, Riverton with 3, Eureka already with 5 personal fouls.
And that reach is caused by frustration. Inside it goes. This is Keating, now back out. The shot for Sowers goes down, and the lead is now 4 for Riverton.
Nice jumper that time by Sowers, but at 6'4", he's able to elevate over most defensive players.
His first basket, but Bremen gets it back for the Hornets on the foul against Kurt Couple.
Good ball movement's what set up the play right here. A good look on the inside, and Bremen's right there at 6'4", 210, really working hard on the inside.
They are a great passing team, Greg, as Blunier drew the defense to him, and then the dump off to Bremen, who has the opportunity for the 3-point play. He gets it and puts his team within 1. 8-7 the score. Riverton leads it now with the full court pressure here applied by the Hornets. And an interception by Meese. They've got a 3-on-1. And there's a fine pass. Keppel gets it rejected. A fine block by Couple, and it's out of bounds and still belongs to Eureka.
Kind of like that block, didn't you, Dick?
Boy, he gets up in the air.
A rejection, a swat. Good ball fake right there, Look at Couple. Didn't buy the fake, then just swatted away. Great block by Kurt Couple.
Blunier to Meese, but that's knocked out of bounds, and it's off of Meese. Riverton with a 1-point lead gets the ball. We're down to 2:01 left here in the opening quarter of our opening game of the Class A state tourney. And here's that full court pressure for Eureka. Let's see if Riverton can solve it this time. Sowers between 3 defenders had a tip. This is Blunier to Keppel. Back it goes to Meese, but he couldn't find the handle.
Eureka's quick out of that press. Very, very quick. Really causing some problems early for Riverton.
Jason Sowers now controls for Riverton. Draws the double team, then couple down low, and that'll be traveling. Bumped a little bit was Craig Burge. He didn't get the foul call and said there was nothing for the official to do but call the walk.
Now the 5th turnover on Riverton. A good look at Tim Meese, the Eureka High School coach. Their record this year at 28-1. On the other side, Jeff Koger.
Jeff Koger out of Newcastle, Indiana, as now we have more contact and another foul against the Hawks. Craig Burge picks up his first, and the fouls are even now, 5 and 5.
Keppel a good job of setting a nice pick on that play. And the pick was set. Eureka needs to get Meese involved on the offensive end. They need to get something out of him offensively.
Steinbeck just back in the game, and a nice turnaround jump shot for him, his second basket. 1-point lead for Eureka. We're down to 1 minute and 7 seconds to play in the period. This is Burge. Beeman on the drive. Off the back of the iron. Steinbeck, great rebounder. Good shot blocker. Gets it to Blunier. Eureka has the last 5, as you see, and trying to add to that run is Meese. He missed the shot. What a rebound by Keppel, but he was on the end line as he went up to corral that loose ball. Great effort, though, by Keppel.
Well, the shot goes up from the outside by Nathaniel Meese, and right there, and you'll see Keppel right there. It's a great hustle play right there, and you'll see right there he was out of bounds on the play. So once again, the official makes a good call. It's nice to compliment those guys when they make a good call.
He just came down before he got rid of the basketball. Jason Lane, who entered the game earlier and then went out, is back in, and out goes Meese. Lane and Meese obviously see the same barber. We're down to the final 40 seconds of the first period.
You assume you go to a real barber to get a haircut like that, right?
I think they charge for it anyway. Beeman from 3, and he made one earlier, but had tough luck on that one. Now a loose ball, a big scramble, and we get a held ball called with 23.5 seconds to play. Whose turn is it? It'll be Eureka's turn as they'll try to add to their 1-point lead. There's Meese, and when he got the haircut, his mom didn't like it. Said that he'd have trouble with dates. He wouldn't get any. And his dad, who was the coach, says that's fine with him. He wants Nathaniel concentrating on basketball. So he's all in favor of the haircut. Keppel with it at the top. This is Brayman. Shot fake, but Keppel didn't buy it, but Brayman got it over him anyway. Nice shot by Brayman. Eureka by 3. Sowers threw a dangerous pass. It's picked off, but the shot not in time. I do not believe that would have counted as Keppel fired it up there. Eureka with a 3-point lead after 1 period, and we'll return after these local messages. The Country Company's 3-Point Showdown is brought to you by Country Company's Insurance. When it matters most, the country is behind you. The prelims next Thursday. 128 of the top shooters around the state, and then the big showdown on Saturday. The King of the Hill will be crowned Saturday evening, March the 19th, and you'll see it happen here on the IHSA television network. Poor shooting for both teams so far, Greg.
Well, 21% and 31%, 3-point field goals, 50% for Riverton, and 0 for 2 for Eureka. But if you're Eureka, I think you like the tone of the way the ball game's going. You know, they're a ball club that likes to push it up and down. They get a lot of points off transition. But Brayman's really come to play today, and he's got 5 points for him on the inside.
Keppel made the steal there, but he stepped on the sideline as he tried to race to the other end for the basket. That's the 8th turnover of the game against Riverton. Eureka really forcing those mistakes with their defense. They score in transition, Greg, as you pointed out. They also score off their defense.
Well, to close the first quarter, Eureka, it was a 7-0 run. That's why they've got the lead at 11-8.
into the game now for Riverton. Jason Dasher, he's number 30, who was up at the top there. This is Couple, and he threw it away. That's the 9th turnover against the Hawks. This is Meese. Steinbeck at the wing. Couldn't get his shot away. Dasher hustled back to play defense. Keppel for 3, and he nailed that one from 21 feet away. It's 14-8 now, Eureka's biggest lead of the day.
And he can shoot the 3. That's his 51st three-pointer on the year.
7:20 to play in the first half. A 14-8 advantage for the team in the white. The Hornets of Eureka here in Champaign for the first time ever, as Couple's shot is partially blocked, but the rebound went to Pat Keating. Now Sowers to Couple over Brayman. He missed the shot. The rebound, Keating. He had it blocked for Steinbeck. That's his second block of this game. And Eureka able to hang on. Oh, every pass an adventure here, but they still hold the ball. This is Meese. He gets the roll, and the lead is 8 points for the Hornets.
Well, the shooter's touch there. Nice soft rim. Got it up on the rim and got the basket to fall. And Eureka now on top by 8 at 16-8.
As Riverton's Jeff Koger needs to talk it over. One of your network sponsors is All Sport. Eureka has doubled up the score on Riverton. Greg, sometimes it doesn't happen the way the coach draws it on the blackboard.
Well, Steinbeck's a great shot blocker. Great block by Steinbeck to set it up. Great save by Couple right there. Here comes Nathaniel Meese, head up, looking up the floor. Leads Steinbeck a little forward. He decides to go behind the back to Brayman. Brayman to kick out. Here we go. Right here, Meese goes to the 15-foot mark. Soft rims, shooter's roll. Basket for Eureka. Eureka on a 12-0 run.
I have a feeling they won't be going to that play again. Last 12 have been scored now by Eureka, but that string is broken right there by Craig Burge. His first basket, important bucket for the Hawks as they're within 6. In a hurry is Brayman, and he gets the basket, and Riverton must do a better job of getting back on defense. It's an 8-point lead again for the Hornets.
Well, Brayman doing a good job running the floor. It's nice to see a big guy when he runs the floor to be rewarded by his teammates.
And Riverton having trouble handling the ball. Great save in, but Meese gets it. The good effort there by Sowers. Here's Meese against Burge, and his pass tipped out of bounds. It still belongs to Eureka, but you've got to be able to get the ball across the timeline in order to score, and the Hawks really having trouble doing that right now.
Well, on that particular play right there, Meese took it a little bit deep. I'd like to see Meese go ahead and shoot the basketball. He's such an unselfish player, always looking for the open man, but actually had the shot on that play.
Well, let's move over to Joe Passion real quickly.
Well, down here behind the Eureka bench, I have a very interesting story about the shaved heads. Number 31 and number 32 have their heads shaved. They shaved their heads themselves. Nathaniel Meese and Jason Lane. But look at number 33. That's Matt Kopel. He will not shave his head despite the pressure from teammates. He insists he will stay with his 90201 look. In fact, the ball boys even have the same look. One of the ball boys is Zach Meese, another one of the coach's sons. And then over here is Greg Knapp. Now, Gray's got the 90201 look, and then, of course, Zach staying with the ball-headed look. So what goes down goes around with this team from Eureka.
Eureka's lead now 18-12 after that last bucket by Keating. And this is Wettstein, the sophomore, who builds the lead back up to 8 points.
Nice look that time by Brayman. Good ball movement by Eureka on the offensive end. Did a good job keeping the floor spread, looking for the open man.
Burge now for Riverton. Beeman attacks the bucket, and the open shot for Keating. He's made 2 in a row. 20-14. Eureka has led most of the way, up right now by a half dozen. And a little more than 5 minutes to go in the first half of play. Junior back in the game. Here's Brayman. Nice move inside, but Couple with the block. That's some good defense down low for both squads. Sowers to Burge. This is Burge in the paint, and an off-balance shot will roll in for him. Riverton now has crawled back to within 4, and it could be a 3-point difference here if Craig Burge can complete the 3-point play.
Well, Riverton's really warmed up shooting the basketball. They missed 11 shots in a row. Now they've come back right there, and as Burge gets the shot to go, the rim's kind of it falls through. They've made 4 in a row. That's just good ball movement right there, and a good quick move. Found a little seam in the defense, slipped inside, good body control, and got the shot to fall. Craig Burge, a 5'10" junior.
Wettstein the foul, his first, as Burge misses the free throw. 6 fouls now against Eureka. Both teams with 16 fouls, so we're in the bonus. It's 20-16. Eureka has the lead. The end of the game for the first time for Eureka is Chet Rickey. He's number 50. Down low it goes. Good catch by Meese, and he's fouled from behind by Veman. That's the 7th foul, but in this case, 2 free throws coming for Meese, who was fouled in the act of shooting.
And a good free throw shooter. Meese at 77% on the year. Good ball movement once again. That's so tough to teach. Meese was so active without the basketball. You got to move without the basketball. Meese was able to slip on the inside and tried to take it up strong. And second personal foul on Veman, and it's Meese at the line.
Great concentration by Meese to make that catch after the ball had been tipped. He is a 77% free thrower, so it's rather rare to see him miss one. As we look from the backboard, our Denny's Grand Slam can. Both free throws inaccurate by Meese. It's still 20-16 in favor of Eureka. We're down to 4:22 to play in the half, and there's a heavy collision between Sowers and Keppel, and the foul is going to go against Keppel.
I just didn't get his body there, just didn't get it set. We're going to get a chance to take another look at it. Sowers pushing the ball up the floor right there. And it's a tough call for the official, and Keppel just didn't get set on the play and picked up the personal foul.
That's a bang call, and the block goes against Keppel, his first, team 7th. Free throws for Sowers, who hits 73% of his tosses. He can cut the lead in half here. He got the roll on that one, front end of the 1-and-1. 20-17 Eureka, as we get a nice look at Jason Sowers. He's the 3rd player in his school's history to score over 1,000 points. He has 4 in this game. He's brought his team back to within 2.
Also holds the school record for assists.
This is Blunier, and he had it knocked away by Kuffel from behind. The foul against either Kuffel or the player in front of him. It'll go against Kurt Kuffel.
An aggressive play, though, taking the basketball to the hole right there. Blunier at 6'1" just challenges Kuffel on the inside, and nice move on the inside. Blunier is going to go to the line, and not a good free throw shooter on the year. Only 46% from the stripe on the year.
Blunier, according to his coach, is known as the unknown Hornet. He gets the least publicity among the starters, and Coach Ching Meese appreciates this guy's defensive efforts.
Yeah, the coach indicated to me that he was awful good on the defensive end. That's where he gets the job done. Knocks down the back end of the free throw.
Got the job done 1 out of 2 times at the line. It's a 21-18 lead now for Eureka. That's the first point for the Hornets in a while, as Riverton there had strung together 6 in a row. Another steal. Keppel's the one who tipped it. He gets the return pass, but he's too far under the backboard. But the reason is he was pushed. And so he'll go to the free throw line.
Well, Eureka doing a good job setting the tone with their defense, letting their defense really work for them and giving them some opportunities on the offensive end. See, after the steal right there, a good look up the floor by Meese, a couple of good job running the floor. Right there, you see the push right there, and the personal foul on Burge.
And Keppel's throw is off the mark. Both teams having a little trouble shooting the free throw. I believe somebody may have been in the lane too quickly. Yeah, as Eureka now will inbound it. Here's the pass to Steinbeck. And the rebound for Riverton's Craig Burge. Still 21-18, Eureka by 3, 3:45 to play in the half. Burge and Keppel bumping a bit. Kuffel controls from the left wing. Sowers the shot. He's a little cold in this one, but a great rebound, and Keating has drawn the foul. He's been on those offensive boards. And the foul against Steinbeck is his first.
Well, that's their 7th offensive rebound here in the first half, so it's a real battle on the inside. And when you're not shooting the basketball very well, you've got to go with the offensive glass, and that's been the case for Riverton, and they're really working hard on the inside on the offensive glass.
Steinbeck, number 44 there, had made a couple of blocks successfully before that, but missed that effort to block it as he's charged with a foul. Now Keating misses the free throw. Gets that one down. The lead is 2 for Eureka. 21-19. 3.25 minutes to go here in period number 2. Jason Lane back in the game is number 31. Hawks with that loose man-to-man. Inside to Meese, back out, wide open is Blunier. 16-footer for him, and Eureka builds the lead back to 4.
Nice kick out that time by Meese to set up the shooter Blunier at the free throw line.
Riverton able to get it across the timeline against that pressure. They've really struggled in that regard. That's one of the reasons they're behind by 4. Bo Beeman, his dad is the athletic director at his school. Couple double teamed. This is Burge. His third basket, and it's 23-21. Eureka's lead is down to 2. Steinbeck down low. Bremen backs into Couple and then misses the shot. The rebound controlled by Sowers. He is a great rebounder when you consider he's a point guard. This is Couple, wide open, but Steinbeck was in his face as he shot it from 6 feet inaccurately. Meese coming the other way for the Hornets. And that's a tough shot, man, right in his face, but he nails it anyway. Nathaniel Meese's second basket. The Eureka lead is 4. 2:02 to play in the half. Eureka played some zone early, but as we pointed out, they're mainly a man-to-man team. And that's the defense they're playing right now.
They're doing a good job changing them up. And Riverton not getting many points on the inside, but that's a good look right there on the inside. Just not a very good finish by Pat Keating. Had the shot in the lane area, just couldn't knock it down.
And carrying the ball on the dribble is Nathaniel Meese. Well, the Denny's Grand Slam Spectacular is brought to you by Denny's, home of the Grand Slam meal. And the finals on Saturday. Denny's Grand Slammers will be crowned Saturday evening. That's coming up a week from tomorrow night. A lot of turnovers, especially against Riverton.
Riverton's had some real problem handling the pressure defense of Eureka. Great steal by Couple. Great steal, a great look right there. Lane couldn't finish. Couple on the offensive glass. Count it for Matt Couple.
It's Matt Keppel who scores the goal and builds the lead to 6 on turnover number 12 of the game against Riverton. And we're down to 1:13 now to play in the first half.
Tempo's to the liking of Eureka, Bill.
Well, they've been able to force that with their full court defense.
They've really taken Sowers and Couple out of the game on the offensive end.
Now there's Couple being taken out of it, although he recovered pretty well to at least get the shot away. But as you see, he banged it off the board. Now Steinbeck trying to catch up with a pass. Great save. Tremendous hustle by Eureka. We've seen that before. This is Meese, and he lost it. They get the loose ball again. That's Keppel with it. The 3 by Lane. Oh, in and out of there. Riverton with the rebound, still down by a half dozen. Now with a half minute to play here in the second period, they may save it for 1. If they can get it across the timeline, well, they don't, but they will get to the foul line. Steinbeck, number 44, as you see walking down to the other end, commits the foul. It's his second.
Riverton really having problems breaking that press or the pressure defense of Eureka. Eureka's really turned it up on the defensive end, and you've really got to attack that press. The spot that's open is right in the middle of the floor. Nice pass to the middle of that floor, and then you can attack, but Eureka's only going to have 1 guy back, Dick.
Sowers at the line. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe. 5 points for him. Lead is down to 5. As the Hawk reserves watch their teammate Jason Sowers. He was here last year as a starter for the Hawks, who lost to eventual state champion Staunton in the first round. Now they're back again, looking to advance to the semifinals. This time they're down 4 with 20 seconds to play here in period number 2. He'll start to attack the bucket here with about 10 seconds to play.
You know he's going to penetrate and look to, if the shot's not there, he's going to look to kick. There's the penetration.
Shot is there.
Himself.
And he got the rebound and scored the goal in the final 4 seconds. Riverton will be unable to get the shot away in time. And with that last bucket by Nathaniel Meese, it's a 29-23 Eureka lead as Jeff Koger looks up at that scoreboard and begins to contemplate how his team can come back from a 6-point halftime deficit. Real problems for Jeff Koger's team in terms of taking care of the basketball. That full court defense applied by by Eureka was a real factor. Let's go now to Joe Passion, who's with Coach Coker.
Thanks very much, Jeff. I kept hearing you scream out one command during the second quarter, and it seemed to work for a while. Patience. How will you bring it out in the second half?
Very patient. We cannot get in a running game with these guys, especially the foul trouble that we're having right now. We're going to have to make sure that we make 5, 6, 7 good passes, look for the good shot, and then get our rear ends back down the floor.
All right, Coach, go get him. Thank you very much. Jeff Coker looking for that patience and hoping that he'll be able to bring it back out in the second half. Here at the break of our first quarterfinal Class A Boys Basketball Championship Series game, it's 29-23, Eureka in the locker room with a 6-point lead. We'll be back as one of our network sponsors is your local Ford dealer. A 6-point lead at the break for the Hornets of Eureka over the Riverton Hawks. Eureka here for the first time, and Riverton back in the quarterfinals for the second year in a row. Joe Passion back here with you at the half, and when we come back, we'll talk with a veteran broadcaster who has seen over 30 of these championship series, as well as run down highlights and stats from the first half. And we'll be back to America's original March Madness right after these local messages.
If you like basketball, this is the ultimate home video, the definitive history of basketball, the story of a game. Narrated by ABC sports commentator Jim McKay, this special collector's edition package contains 2 full-length action-packed video cassettes. From Wilt Chamberlain to Shaquille O'Neal, the Dream Team, and the legendary Michael Jordan. Never before has NBA, NCAA, Olympic, and World Championship footage been available in one extraordinary collection.
It's like no other feeling playing the game.
Order your copy of The Story of a Game. 2 full-length videos and a 32-page color booklet, all for only $29.95.
Greatest satisfaction is in getting a whole ball of wax.
Call 1-800-776-9400 to order your collector's copy of The Story of a Game. You'll get 2 full-length videos and a 32-page booklet. Call 1-800-776-9400.
We're back at halftime with the Eureka Hornets, a 6-point lead here at the break, 29-23 over the Riverton Hawks. What many people are certainly not aware as this tournament rolls into its 23rd year of boys Class A basketball championship action here, and here at Assembly Hall, it makes for a great stage and also for some great entertainment in the coming weeks for our Class AA tournament, which we'll preview for you further here during the halftime. We also want to tell you that this is the 87th year of championship boys basketball in the state of Illinois, America's original March Madness, where it gets its term, and some great historical moments over the years. Throughout the weekend, we'll have a chance to take you back to some of those great moments, meeting some of those great people, and seeing some of those very memorable highlights. But we'd like to take this time during this early halftime of Game 1 of our quarterfinal to preview the other quarterfinal games that we have coming up later today that you'll see live right here on this station. Now, coming up immediately following this game will be St. Martin de Porres from the southeast side of Chicago that will be taking on a Pinckneyville team that should demand a lot of attention here from some great ball clubs that are on hand. Now, we'll also have a chance to see at 6:30 quarterfinal game number 3, and that should be a dandy as well, as Pinckneyville, I should correct myself, will be taking on Teutopolis at 6:30, and then Rockford Lutheran against Hamilton, and game 4 tonight at 8 o'clock. And then happening 94, everything's happening this weekend, it seems. Who cares if the college students are on break? Everyone else is going to have a good time. We have team reunions from 10 years ago, as well as 25 years ago from the Sweet 16 teams of 1969. Over 200 former players, coaches, cheerleaders, they're all here. And the great west wall of Memorial Stadium across the street is holding a big wild party, including a trading card show. How big has the trading card industry gotten? Well, we'll show you later on this morning, this afternoon, I should say, trading cards for Illinois High School Association players, boys and girls. We'll give you an idea how the trading card industry has actually come right here to the prep level. Now, when we come back, we'll have highlights and stats covering the first half. At the break of this first quarterfinal game, it's Eureka in the locker room with a 6-point edge over Riverton, 29-23. We'll be back with more from America's original March Madness. The locker room with a 6-point lead. I would imagine some fulfillment there, but some adjustments still have to be made in the second half. What are they?
Well, we're going to have to stop the penetration just a little bit. I was really pleased with the way we defended Jason Sowers. He's such a force. We made other kids get the ball. We got to block out a lot better. Number 40 was just killing us on the offensive boards. He's a strong kid, and we just got to be stronger on the boards.
All right, Coach, have a great second half. Go get him. A great first half already for Eureka with a 6-point lead, and we'll send it back over to center court to Greg Sterick and Dick Lutke.
Thank you very much, Joe Passion. A 6-point lead for Eureka. Certainly that full court pressure for the Hornets is making the difference in this one so far, Greg.
Well, the tempo was the story in the first half. Eureka was an up-tempo basketball game, and they also were very tough on the defensive end. They really took Jason Sowers out of the basketball game, and I really think the story in the first half was the tempo. If Riverton's going to win the basketball game, they got to turn it into a half-court game instead of an open-floor game.
Well, let's look at some of the action in the first half. There was certainly some good action, some frantic action.
Well, just a battle on the inside right there. Right there on the inside, you got a nice rebound basket right there, and Cuffle got the rebound basket on the inside. Good penetration move right here. Nice drop pass right there to a very active Brayman on the inside. Brayman was a real force inside for Eureka in the first half.
He really was. Eureka, of course, can score from the perimeter as well, Greg.
Well, there's a long outside bomb right there. It's a 3-point shot. Keppel knocks that down from the outside for Eureka. Here's the penetration by Burge right there. Gets the shot to fall, and penetration for Riverton was very good to him in the first half.
And Eureka with that full court game. Boy, they passed the ball well, and here's a great example of it as Jason Lane scores off the dish. Oh, excuse me, he missed it, but it was the follow by Keppel.
Well, Lane couldn't finish the play, but Keppel was right there to keep the basketball alive. And in the first half, you see the stats: 20, almost 30%, 42% for Eureka. At the free throw line, the edge to Riverton, 6 of 8. 3-point field goals, not really a factor. Both ball clubs with 1. Rebounds dead even, but in the turnovers, Riverton with only 12 had 12 turnovers in the first half. And I think you have to credit the defensive Eureka, and Riverton's got to do a better job handling pressure defense in the second half.
Our first half stats brought to you by the dairy farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Milk, it does a body good. We will return for second half action after these local messages. Eureka by a half dozen here as we get set to start the second half of play. There you see for Riverton, it's been Burge and Sowers. Burge, not usually a big scorer. He's helped keep them in it here. Keating with 5, and Brayman, also not a big scorer for Eureka. 9 points a game on the season, but he has 7 already in this game. So some guys who usually don't score a lot have come through in this first round contest here in the Class A tourney in Champaign as Eureka has put it in play. Eureka has won 10 in a row coming into this tournament. Riverton on an 8-game win string as Blunier tries to score the first basket of the second half. The rebound Sowers, and hustling into the front court is Keating. This is Burge. 15-footer is good. Hawks back to within 4.
Nice ball movement, too. 4 passes led to a nice basket that time. by Burge.
Burge averages 5 a game. He has 8 in this contest.
Score of 5 from the floor.
Bounce pass down low to Keppel. He leans in, and boy, a great play by Veman to swipe that ball from Keppel. So a good start for the Hawks here. And Sowers is fouled from behind by Blunier, who's upset with himself. That was not a good foul to take. He had little chance to knock that ball away, Greg.
Well, Sowers very good in the open floor, and right there you see the reach. Caught him across the wrist. A good call. Blunier with the personal foul.
And the pass down low. This is Kuffel, and he had it knocked out of bounds. Riverton will try it again. They really try to jam that ball into the post on that out of bounds underneath play.
And Kuffel had a poor shooting first half, only 1 of 7 in the first half. He's got to get on track here offensively. I think Sowers and Kuffel need to take control offensively for their ball club.
Or a weak pass, soft pass, nearly stolen there by Meese. You can't pass the ball softly against this Eureka defense, even at half court.
It really felt like a key for Eureka to win the basketball game. They had to get some help off of their bench, and their bench was a factor in the first half. And they also had to contain Sowers, and they've done that also.
Hawks have really not gone to their bench, as the shot here is missed by Keating, and that could be a difference later on in the game. Stamina is important here for Riverton. Meese forces it up there, and the rebound for Sowers, and the lead pass to Veman, but Steinbeck races back defensively and forces a tough shot. Good play by Steinbeck. The rebound Blunier. Here's Keppel and Meese, and the pull-up 12-footer for Nathaniel Meese puts Eureka back up by a half dozen.
Yeah, nice transition basket right there. Good job of running the floor by Eureka, and Meese was able to elevate and knock down the jumper.
Steinbeck got his hand on that pass.
See, Riverton's getting nothing done on the offensive end. They're out of sync offensively because they're playing at a fast pace, and they're not accustomed to that.
Eureka really overplaying the passing lanes, making every pass a challenge. Kuffel off the front of the rim. And a foul from behind against Brayman, and that is 3 on him. He's the first player in this game to pick up his 3rd foul. It was on the shot, so free throws are coming here for Pat Keating of the Hawks.
Excuse me, Dick, but that's the battle on the inside right there. And see the inside position right there. As Keating had the inside position, Brayman over the back, and his 3rd personal foul. And now it's decision time for Eureka. Do you play him or not? And the decision was made. And they're going to go ahead and leave him in the lineup.
Blunier is the one who comes out of the ball game for Eureka, as Keating has now made only 1 of 3 free throws, and his team still trails by a half dozen here at 31-25.
A little surprised that they're leaving him the ball game with 3 personal fouls. That's a little surprise to me because he's played very, very well.
You know what? Wetstein has just checked to the scorer's table, Greg, and I think he will check in. Well, no, it's Steinbeck who goes out of the game. So Brayman stays in with his 3 fouls. As Keating's 2nd free throw slices the lead to 5 points. Eureka up most of the way in this one, although early on Riverton led by as many as 4. Here's Brayman playing with those 3 fouls. His pass tipped into the game is Chet Rickey, a senior, good defensive player. This is Keppel. And Rickey, the one with the ball there. Brayman, a good catch. Wetstein, the sophomore. His 2nd basket. Eureka's lead has been built to 7.
Well, Brayman made a nice pass inside. He's really drawing some heavy traffic when he catches down low, and that time nice interior passing got Wetstein an easy basket inside. Points in the paint, Eureka with the edge. See, they're going inside. 14-4 edge for Eureka with points in the paint.
As Kuffel nails one from just outside the paint on the left baseline. Back to within 5 now is Riverton.
He's now 2 of 9. These boys got a sweet stroke, especially that baseline jumper.
Well, he's had a lot of shots roll off that rim. This is Brayman against Kuffel. And the 15-footer is nailed by Chet Rickey. Not usually a scorer for Eureka. He gets an important basket there. The lead back to 7 for the Hornets as now they apply that trapping full court defense. And there's a pass up for grabs. Keppel tipped it. Who's going to get it? Riverton able to save it in. A tremendous effort is banging into the scorer's table, or the press table, is Bo Veman, and he may have taken the radio station just to our right off the air. And now we have the foul called. That's hustle, Greg.
Both ball clubs really getting after the loose ball. Very quick, very alert to the loose basketball.
Nathaniel Meese called for the foul as we get a timeout called here. 7-point lead for the Eureka Hornets. One of your network sponsors is Pepsi. King of the Hill.
A long lob pass there by Berge. He was in heavy traffic right there. And watch the hustle by Beeman and Ricky right there on the play. And Beeman slaps it back in, but great hustle play right there. And well, both of these ball clubs wanting this one very, very badly, Dick. Playing really hard here in the third quarter of the basketball game. It's Eureka on top, 35-28. You see the field goals, 2 of 5 for Riverton and 3 of 5 for Eureka. So both ball clubs really warming to the task here to start the third quarter. Both shooting the basketball a lot better, seem to be much more relaxed, not playing quite as tight.
Hawks put it in play. They're down 7. Veman with the pass down low to Keppel. He couldn't handle it. Should have caught that one. Keppel is the one who picked it clean. This is Steinbeck, and his 15-footer rolls short, and the rebound for Sowers. Jason Sowers, a great rebounder. Defensively, he plays around the basket. He gets a lot of defensive boards, and he gets a lot of layups like that one. That's only his second basket of this game. He has 6 points in all. His team back to within 5. Wettstein, the sophomore, number 40, up on top there. Now flashing to the bucket as Keppel controls. This is Ricky, who doesn't play a lot for Eureka, but they're not afraid to go to their 8th or 9th man, and that may work to Eureka's advantage.
Yeah, they're using their bench very, very well here today.
Meese against Burge, and he got the roll. Eureka's back up by 7. Nathaniel Meese with 2 baskets in this third period. He has 10 points in all for the game. And that full court pressure forcing Burge to run the baseline, and Eureka knocked it out of bounds, so Riverton still controls, but the Hawks really struggling here against this full court pressure as we see Brian Blunier check back into the game, and Ricky goes to the bench.
He's still taking control on the offensive end here in the third quarter for Eureka. He's 5 of 9 from the floor now with 10 points.
They got to try to make Eureka pay for this full court pressure, Greg. Pass it up the floor and get some easy baskets. And here's Burge getting one of those.
Didn't need the pass, though. He just took it coast to coast, used the window nicely, and got the 2-pointer. 5 of 6 now for Burge from the floor.
All right, Burge, averaging only 5 a game, has scored twice that many in this contest. The lead down to 5, but changing that is Blunier. Back to a 7-point lead for Eureka. 3:11 left to play now in the period. This is Burge. He got the goal. And the foul called against, make it Keating who scores the basket, and the foul against Wettstein, and that's just what the doctor ordered.
Well, great ball movement on this particular play. Transition basketball right here. No look pass. The bounce pass, the dish by Sowers, and the finish right there by Keating. He was fouled on the play, and a very happy Pat Keating on the play. And now he needs to go to the free throw and complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
The junior gets the roll on the free throw, and the 3-point play cuts the lead to 4. 39-35. Eureka on top. 3 minutes to play in the third. Blunier's pass was tipped. Sowers tipped it. Kuffel came up with the loose ball. And Riverton gets it back to Sowers, who attacks the bucket. Tough pass and the layup for Keating. What a fine pass by Jason Sowers. That's why he is his school's #1 assist man ever. 2-point game.
Feel the momentum shift?
Oh, if you can't feel it, there's something wrong. Brayman at the baseline, double teamed. He got the shot through anyway. Matt Brayman with his first basket of the half. And that slows the surge a little bit, but Riverton in a hurry the other direction. This is Burge, and he forced the foul with that hard drive to the goal. His team down 4 now, but he'll get back to the line.
And I think the foul's going to go on Brayman. If the foul's on Brayman, that's his 4th personal foul.
Well, you talked about the significance of
bringing him back in with those 3 fouls. And they brought him back in, and they took him out for about a minute and a half, gave him a little bit of breather, and then they brought him back in. And Brayman's been such a force for him on the inside. He's such a good post-up player, only a junior. Turns, goes to the baseline, pump fake, nothing but the bottom of the net that time by Matt Brayman. He's having a good ball game.
But he won't be able to score from the bench, which is where he sits right now. Craig Burge nails the free throw. He can put his team back to within 2. Fails in that effort, but it's a 3-point difference now. Eureka with the lead and the ball. 2:13 to play in the third. This is Keppel. Leans, tough shot. He got it, and that's going to count And a foul. What a beautiful spin by Keppel, who is known most as a three-point shooter, but he can create a little bit in the lane all on his own, Greg.
Well, he averages 13 points per ball game, and that time he really stepped up big, was able to take it on the inside. You see that, see the good ball fake, little spin move right there, the fake, the pump, the lean in, the kiss off the glass, and count the basket that time by Keppel.
And the Hornets are fired up about that, as now the three-point play is completed by Keppel, whose team is back up by 6. Riverton certainly showing signs of life here in the third period, but Eureka able to stay in front. This is Sowers doing it on his own. Fails to get the roll. It's Keppel down at the other end to get the rebound. And the long pass to Wetstein, the sophomore, who almost misplayed it. Great inside feed and a foul as Blunier went to the goal. Sowers commits his third foul. Veman picked up number 3 on that previous play, so there are a couple of key players for Riverton now in a little bit of foul trouble, Greg.
Yeah, it's good ball movement on the inside right there. Blunier very active on the inside and really went hard to the glass.
Blunier has missed the first of a couple of free throws.
We talked about the bench, Dick. I think it's very important now to point out that it really appears that Riverton's basketball players are showing some signs of fatigue. Every one of them at the free throw line are tugging at their shorts. Every one of them. They made such a good run, and see if they can continue, but it looks like right now that Eureka's got the edge because Riverton a little bit tired.
Well, their 5 starters have played almost all the way. Jason Dasher got a little bit of time in the first half. Otherwise, no substitutions in this game for Jeff Koger. And with that free throw, 1 of 2, Eureka up 7, 45-38. Ball still belongs to the Hawks. We're trying to come from behind here with 1:23 left in the third period. There's Jeff Koger.
Excuse me, Dick. Couples really got to go to work. He's got to post up strong on the inside. Raymond's out of the basketball game with 4 fouls. He's really got to post up inside.
Sowers missed the shot, and the loose ball is tracked down by Meese. And the block, beautiful by Pat Keating, but the ball loose again. Meese with the layup. He was fouled heavily as he went to the goal. And more free throw opportunities for Nathaniel Meese.
Well, once again, just outstanding on the defensive end. Speaking of Eureka, they're such a quick basketball team, and I think that's one of their chief assets, their quickness on the inside. Good ball movement on the inside. They had a break right there. Good block by Keating right there. And boy, a good pickup right there by Kuffel, too, but a great block by Keating, and Meese comes right back with a steal. You see him taking it strong to the glass right there. Kuffel's there, and Beeman's there also, and Meese was fouled on the play, and Meese is going to go to the line, and the foul was on Beeman.
It is on Beeman, and that's 4 on him. And now we see Jason Dasher checking into the game for Riverton as Beeman is forced to the bench with that 4th foul. Meanwhile, on the line is Meese. Eureka has not exactly helped itself from the free throw line here, as Nathaniel misses that one. He's 0 for 3. They were 2 for 6 at the half, and they're 2 for 4 here in the second half, so 4 out of 10 from the line. And now 4 out of 11, and that's helping keep Riverton in this game as we get a held ball off the rebound. It is Riverton's turn with 1:03 to play in the third period.
And Meese has missed 4 free throws. That's a real surprise. He shoots 77% on the year, and he's missed 4 free throws, and free throws now they're 4 of 11 from the stripe.
As a team, they shoot 69% for the season. So it's a little uncharacteristic to see them struggling from the line, but they're not struggling in other areas, particularly with their full court defense. There's the steal by Keppel and the foul there by number 42, Craig Burge. That's his 3rd.
Eureka doing an excellent job keeping the basketball out of the hands of Jason Sowers. Sowers really isn't touching the ball. See, the pass was going long to Sowers right there. Couldn't get it to him, and Keppel slipped right in and picked up a nice steal for Eureka.
4th team foul. Here's the lob to the bucket, and it didn't get to Steinbeck because it hit the board. Sowers, that's a tough shot. And Kuffel had the rebound slip through his hands. Steinbeck with the board. Here comes Eureka, still up by 7. And now we're in the final minute of the third period as Keppel tries to make it a 10-point lead, but his shot partially blocked by Sowers. Here comes Riverton.
I think Sowers got a piece of that. Nice defensive play by Jason Sowers.
Burge with it now for the Hawks of Riverton.
Here comes the pressure right here for the final 25 seconds of the third quarter. Eureka out really playing man-to-man, tough pressure. They must take away penetration, and Riverton needs to get the basketball in the hands of Jason Sowers.
Boy, a bucket here would be big for the Hawks, who trail by 7 at the moment. A tough spot here for Burge, who goes to the goal. Great pass and the layup for Keating with 8 seconds to play. There's still time for Eureka here in the third period. The lead now is 5. This is Meese. Now he's got to get it away, and the shot by Keppel in time is just short, and would that have been a huge basket. As it is, Riverton still very much within striking distance. They're down 5 as we head for the final 8 minutes of play. And we'll return after these local messages. The Denny's Grand Slam Spectacular is brought to you by Denny's, home of the Grand Slam meal. Thursday, the prelims, 6 o'clock here at the Hall, and then Saturday, the Denny's Grand Slammers will be crowned. Both teams 7 for 13 from the field here in the second half after they both shot well under 50 in the first half. Eureka with a 5-point lead. They inbound the basketball as we start the final period.
Eureka's able to get a lot of easy points. You saw 22 points down low in the paint.
Jason Lane back in the game, just shoveled it off to Blunier. This is a 3 from Meese. And the rebound kept alive by Lane, and now knocked out of bounds by Couple. Jason Lane couldn't get the rebound, but he kept it in play, Greg.
Well, you're right. An excellent job of keeping the basketball alive. And Tim Meese, the head coach of Eureka, right there, encouraging his basketball team.
He's got to be pretty happy with what's happened so far, but his team, of course, has a ways to go. A 3 from Keppel. And he missed everything except the board on that one. Let's go now to our friend Joe Passion, who has something interesting for us. Joseph?
Well, down here behind the Riverton bench, Coach Colger calling out for patience and being smart and staying with the basketball in his last huddle. Now, one of the reasons and one of the things that helps relax him during the game is his superstitions. He holds several red gumballs in his pocket of his jacket. And that might be a reason why they're coming back. By the way, guys, he doesn't chew them. He just saves them and works them with his hand. Right now, his team's working him on the floor.
Kuffel there with a big offensive rebound to get his team within 3. Here's Eureka's Meese. Tough baseline shot, and a little roll for him on the rebound for Keating, and the Hawks in business, down by 3. This is Jason Dasher with the ball now. He's been the only sub off the bench for Riverton so far, as Beeman continues to sit with 4 fouls.
Maybe the experience factor here is you got to give the edge to Riverton because they were here last year. They lost in the quarterfinals last year to Stump.
Kuffel had his shot altered a bit by Steinbeck, and the rebound for the ever-present Nathaniel Meese. Great rebounder. Still a 3-point lead for the Hornets, who are here in Champaign for the first time ever. Hadn't won a regional since 1942, and you can imagine how excited the folks in Eureka are about this ball club. Looking to make it to the Final Four as Blunier's shot is altered. And on the rebound, there's a foul against Steinbeck. That's the 5th team foul. Make it the 6th team foul against Eureka, so no free throws here. There's a good offensive rebound, Greg.
Oh, he's a good offensive rebounder right there. Kuffel right there. Nice kiss off the glass, and Kuffel gets a nice rebound on the inside. A good look, too, from the Denny's Grand Slam pen.
Steinbeck with that foul, his 3rd. Hawks with the ball. This is Kuffel. And again, the shot altered a bit, possibly blocked a little bit by Steinbeck. He is a great inside defender. And the layup effort produces the whistle. And Eureka will go to the free throw line. It'll be Wettstein shooting the free throw, and Bo Beeman, who had just checked back in the game, will now go right back to the bench with foul number 5.
Well, Meese, a good job keeping his head up, his eyes up the floor. Right there, a good look at Wettstein really running the floor well. And Bo Beeman checks out. He's fouled out with 5 points in the ball game, and Beeman, a senior.
Well, and that means this could be his final game. He's hoping his teammates can come from behind and get another chance to play tomorrow. Jason Dasher back into the game. He's been the only guy off the bench today for Riverton. As now we see another sub for Eureka, Chet Rickey, who played a bit earlier, is in. Blunier goes out. The free throw shooter here is Bob Wettstein, the sophomore, 67%er, his first attempts of this game. And he has built the lead to 4 points now, 46-42. Ever since the first period, Eureka has held the lead. They've been up by as many as 8, never more than that. The Hawks have come back to within 2 on a couple of occasions.
They had a nice run at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, they had a 12-0 run, and that's what really propelled them out to that lead, and they've been able to hold it ever since.
Wettstein's free throws make the lead 5 right now. Sowers nails the jump shot. That's his third basket of the game. They've held him down pretty well, and now Riverton wants to stop play here and talk it over. They're back to within 3, and there's still a lot of time to go. 5:35 left here in the opener. One of your network sponsors is DuPont.
All sports drink. Fuel the fire! Fuel it.
3-point lead for Eureka. Here's Jason Sowers creating on his own.
Well, Sowers is a good creator. Sees it 6'4". He has the ability to elevate and get up high and knock down the jumper. A big basket for Jason Sowers, who's been very cold from the floor. Only 3 of 10 from the floor, but he has 10 points for his ball club, and he's got his ball club with that basket back to within 3. Eureka with a lead at 47-44. Timeouts, Riverton with 2, Eureka with 4. Possession area in favor of Riverton. Fouls to give, Riverton 2 and Eureka 1. 5:30 left in the basketball game with Eureka on top by 3.
And Eureka with the ball. Wettstein, the sophomore, to Ricky at the top.
And Brayman back into the ball game for Eureka too.
And we have a lane violation against the Hornets. Or is it a foul?
I think it's a foul on
away
Ricky.
From the ball.
It's a move and pick. It was set by Chet Ricky. Chet Ricky. The pick was set right there. See him move into 42 right there. Good call by the official, and Burge was set. And Ricky picked up the personal foul. Riverton at the line now to shoot free throws. A 1-on-1 opportunity for Craig Burge. 57% on the year.
That's the 7th team foul, so that's why he's shooting the 1-on-1 as Burge's toss is short. And the rebound for who? Eureka had it, lost it. Here's the shot by Keating, and it's now a 1-point game. Pat Keating with his 6th basket of this contest. 47-46. Now our score, just over 5 minutes to play.
Keating with 15 points, only averages 9.
Well, he and Burge have really come through. Here's Meese. And the rebound couple, and now the Hawks can get the lead. This is Jason Sowers. Craig Burge has really stepped up here for the Hawks. Eureka with that soft man-to-man.
And see, here's the patience, looking to get it inside. They're looking to get it inside either Sowers or Couple posted up.
Oh, they're really giving him a perimeter shot. Oh, my goodness, the pass hit the official. It's still in play. It goes into the back court. Is it going to be over and back? Yes. Eureka never touched it. Wow. One of the Hawks mistook the official for a teammate, apparently, and bounced right up against his kisser, I believe.
I say Keating was just kicking the basketball back outside. He was looking for somebody spotted up maybe to shoot that 3, but it hit the official, and then a hustle play there by Keating to keep it alive, but the ball goes back over, belongs to Eureka.
And the Hornets now protecting a 1-point lead with over 4 minutes to play.
I think they need to go inside. Post up Brayman on the inside. He's got the position on the inside. Couples electing to play behind. Go ahead and take him inside and let Brayman challenge him.
Wettstein with it now. This is Keppel. There it goes down low. Meese will swing it back up to the top.
See, there he is, right there.
Yeah. Wettstein couldn't get it to him. 1-point lead, Eureka. Now we're inside of 4 minutes left. This is Meese. He'll shoot it, and he'll miss it. And the rebound kept alive by Wettstein, but Sowers for the Hawks. And again here, Riverton with a chance to get the lead. This is Keating. The layup blocked from behind by Brayman, who played great defense despite the fact he has 4 fouls. Keppel now. He missed it. And the ball on the floor. Brayman gets it and is fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line where he can build on Eureka's 1-point lead. Great scrap again by the Hornets.
Defense sets up some offense right here. A good block. See, Brayman just gets it away, gets it from behind. A great block on the play as Keating went up to shoot the basketball. Keppel keeps it alive. Boy, just a battle on the inside. Brayman there looking battle for the loose ball. Brayman was able to come up with it.
Keating's 3rd foul, and the free throw for Matt Brayman, the junior. His 10th point brings Eureka up by 2 as Blunier, their number 35, is back in. Keppel sits down. Boy, you don't usually make that block without committing the foul, Greg, from behind like that. Brayman got it done, and now he's at the line. He made 1 of 2 and puts his team up by 2. Riverton now coming back looking for the tie, or the lead, of course, with the 3-pointer, but they don't shoot too many threes.
And the clock's starting to be a factor. 3:20 left in the ball game.
Dasher off the bench in there instead of Beeman, who fouled out. Here's the 3, and Sowers missed it. He's the guy who will shoot the 3 for them. A little bit off the mark, and Eureka with a 2-point lead in the ball.
Not a bad shot, though. The zone was packed in, a 2-3 zone by Eureka, and Sowers was open. He's been their go-to guy. He's got to go ahead and look to shoot the basketball.
You can't quarrel with him taking that shot. That's right. They try to get it to Brayman, but the nice tip there by Sowers. Eureka certainly showing some patience here. Every possession critical right now. As the Hornets lead it by 2, we're down to 2:40 to play. Brayman in a double team. Blunier with a jump shot, and they couldn't get the roll. That was Couples' rebound. Again, the Hawks with a chance to either tie or take the lead. They are down 2, as you see. This is Burge. The rebound, Couple, and somebody is on his arm, but before the shot, the foul was called. No basket. The Hawks will have to try to tie it here from the free throw line. Great offensive rebound by number 22, Kurt Couple, who gets to the free throw line as a result. We look at it again, Greg.
Well, he's a tremendous rebounder. Really works the offensive glass. He averages 10 rebounds per ball game, and he lives on offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities, and Couple was right there with a nice rebound.
He is a 57% free thrower. In this game, he's 1 for 1. He's at the line here with his team down by 2 and just over 2 minutes to go, as we see from our Denny's slam cam that he's pulled his team within 1. This guy was a member of the Final Four baseball team for Riverton a year ago. He's put it down, and it's a new ball game. 48 apiece, and just over 2 minutes to play. Steinbeck had it blocked. Out of bounds it goes. Fine defense by Kurt Couple. He was not buying the fake there.
Oh, beautiful block by Couple. A good look at it right here. He goes up, didn't buy the fake, kept his body off of Steinbeck. It was a great block by Couple.
As the ball is inbounded here to Blunier, a foul is called. And we go against the Hawks. Jason Dasher will put Eureka at the line where they can regain the lead.
Look at the shot blocks right there. Riverton with 6, Eureka with 5. Blunier at the line, a 46% free throw shooter on the year.
And he misses, and Couple now controls for the Hawks. He gets it to Sowers. Riverton can take its first lead of the second half right here. We're down to 1:50 to play. Oh, a loose ball, but a reach-in foul against Blunier. And Riverton will get to the free throw line with 1:46 to go. That's number 4 on Brian Blunier.
I think it's going to be Sowers that's going to have an opportunity to go to the free throw line. You see the ball movement right here, and you'll see the reach in. It's just a little handoff to Sowers right there, and the reach in. It's going to send Sowers to the line, and Sowers, a tremendous free throw shooter, 73% in today's ball game. He's 4 of 4, and Matt Brayman, the 6'4" junior center for Eureka, back in the ball game.
Sowers can give his team its first lead since the first period. There it is. 1:46 to play.
The last time they led in the ball game, it was an 8-7 lead at the 2:16 mark of the first quarter.
And it's a 2-point advantage. 50-48 Riverton. Let's see how the Hornets now play from behind. They haven't had to do that here for quite a while. This is Nathaniel Meese. Now Keppel, good 3-point shooter. And now a whistle. And again, the Hornets will go to the free throw line where they have really struggled in this ball game. 7 for 16 from the line. As we pointed out earlier, they're a good free throw shooting team. 69% on the season, but that's hurt them in this game.
Now, Dasher's picked up 2 quick personal fouls on the defensive end, and Steinbeck at the line, a good free throw shooter at 76%.
And he gets one down. His first attempt in the game. That brings Eureka back to within 1. He'll look to tie it up, and Coach Meese hoping he can do just that. As now Weckstein goes to the bench, and Blunier's back in. And there is Dave Steinbeck, the senior, looking for his 6th point. It's even again. A minute and a half, 90 seconds left here in our opening game. Full court pressure, handled nicely by Riverton, but now they lose it in the front court. Keppel with the steal. And Eureka now with 1:18 to go has the tie. Here's Meese. They want to make sure they get a good shot. No reason to be in a hurry here with the score tied up.
Yeah, a little surprised they haven't really spread the floor and really looked to take maybe the final shot.
A near travel and a missed layup by Blunier on the rebound Riverton. And now with just under a minute to go, the Hawks have the hammer. And they call for the timeout. Well, we're coming down to the wire here in our opening game. We're dead even with 54 seconds left. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies. Well, here's a big defensive play for the Eureka Hornets.
Well, Riverton has had a problem handling the pressure defense of Eureka. Right there, Matt Keppel was able to slip in a big steal. A good play by Keppel, too, on that play. You can see him right there starting to pull it back out and getting his ball club into some kind of an offensive set. Ball game tied at 50-50.
After that steal, the missed shot by Eureka, Riverton has the ball. We're tied, and now a loose ball out of bounds off the Hawks. Jason Dasher, the man off the bench, was in the double team and had it go off his back, and now Eureka has the ball with the score tied, and we still have 48.5 seconds to go.
Boy, Eureka just keeps coming at you with that tough pressure defense. They're relentless.
Riverton has handled that better here in the second half, but a couple of critical turnovers against the Hawks here down the stretch. And now Eureka with the chance to take the lead. And they could hold it here for the final shot. I think that's what they have in mind. And it could be a shot that puts them in the final four. Otherwise, we'll go to overtime. That's what they're thinking. They want this to be the last shot of the game, with time maybe for a rebound. But not a shot at the other end. They'll attack the bucket here in about 10 seconds.
Look for it to be a clear-out play, too, for Nathaniel Meese. He's just going to take it one-on-one when the clock gets down to about 6. Maybe a little bit quick right here.
It's ball game time. Bremen shoots it in, and Eureka leads by 2. 5 seconds left. A timeout called by the Hawks with 4.5 seconds to go. The penetration by the point guard, Meese. The dish to Bremen, who hits the potential game-winning shot.
You knew it was going to be a penetration move by Meese. The defense came to Meese. He was right there in a nice dish down low to Bremen, and the big guys having a tremendous basketball game. You see the penetration. Meese, see his head up right there. There's the dish. Bremen, the good catch. What a finish by Bremen. Matt Bremen, a great finish on the play. One more time. Gets better every time you see it. Right there. Bremen, a soft touch for a big guy on the baseline. Nothing but net right there. And a very, very happy team from Eureka. Still plenty of time left on the ball game, Dick. 4.5 seconds.
It's great court vision, Greg, as he really did a great job of finding the open man. Now we listen in to Coach Coger.
You might have one deep. Right at the top or really right on the top? I'm right up there at the top first. See if you've got one deep, okay? No matter what happens, you two are on the other side. Listen, and you need to make sure you run all the way down the floor this way. You pick for Craig and let Craig come all the way down. You got to go to the ball, so do you. I have no timeouts left. They're going to be all, hey, they're going to be all over Sowers. Ask him if you can run the sideline. Make sure you set a good pick for Jay, okay? Defense, come on. Defense. Come on.
Well, the pick will be set for Jason Sowers. They want to get the ball to him. They don't have a lot of time, although 4.5 seconds is certainly enough time to get a decent shot here, Greg.
And they're out of timeouts, Dick. They're out of timeouts on the play, and what Eureka has to do is keep the basketball out of the hands of Jason Sowers.
They can win it with a 3. They'd like to tie it with a 2. Here is Sowers, and he throws it up from half court and misses it. And the horn sounds, and Eureka wins the ball game. The Hornets, who are here in Champaign for the first time ever, will stay for the length of this tournament. They're part of the Final Four field. They'll play in the semis tomorrow. What a fine opening ball game. Sowers tossed that up to the bucket a little bit sooner than he had to, Greg. It was a shot, though, that was pretty much on mark from just beyond the timeline.
Well, he got a pretty good look at it, Dick, but really had a little more time. Could have taken it 3 or 4 more dribbles, and it was just a tough shot on the play, but a big, big win for Eureka. A great high school basketball game. 2 outstanding basketball teams. It went to the wire with Eureka winning it by 2, 52-50.
Matt Keppel feeling pretty good. There's the smile. His team is in the Final Four and will play against either Kewanee or Chicago St. Martin de Porres tomorrow in the first game starting at 11 o'clock. And of course, we'll have it all here for you on the IHSA television network. There it is, Eureka 52 and Riverton 50, and the Hornets go to 29-1 as they win their 11th in a row. Let's go now to our man Joe Passion, who's with the winners.
Eureka fans.
Well, it seemed as though you had the lead all the way, and boy, they made a great comeback and almost took it away from you, Jim, but the guys stayed there, and that pressure defense seemed to be your killing point.
Yeah, it really was. They came battling back. You know, they're a veteran club. They've got 28 wins, and so we were just pleased with coming away with the win.
Well, on all these T-shirts out here, Matt Brayman knows that they all say sting, and he really stung this opponent with that great basket inside and some great passing that led to that, didn't it, Matt?
Yeah, I guess.
Tell us about the play that was set up down there and how it really allowed you to be open inside on that baseline.
My man came off and doubled on Nathaniel and left me wide open. Nathaniel hit me with a great pass, and I just laid it in.
I'll tell you what, let's take a look at it here in our monitors. And Coach, you can kind of give us a play-by-play how it was set up.
Well, we went 1-4 low, so to come off, Nathaniel could penetrate. Their man came off, and Matt was in perfect position to make that basket.
And certainly it was great to see your club, as we'll take another look, how patient they were, not pushing the ball and looking for someone to go to.
We really did a great job getting where we wanted to be. We had great patience. Nathaniel handled the ball and made a great penetration on that.
The great steals early, too. That also allowed you to get the ball back. That pressing trap defense that forced that inbounds pass unavailable.
Yeah, all night we wanted to keep the ball out of Jason Sauer's hands. We felt he's been an all-state candidate. He was a great player, and if we could keep it out of his hands, and we were able to get some turnovers early, and then late we made him really work hard to get it and take a off-balance half-court shot. So that was the shot we wanted.
Congratulations, Coach. Matt, we'll see you in the semis.
Thank you very much.
Okay, for the first time in school history, Eureka is in the Elite Eight, and now they've made the Final Four of Class A basketball with this 52-50 win. And we will be back right after this, and one of our network sponsors is your local Ford dealer.
Well, what a start to this Class A tournament. 52-50 victory for the Eureka Hornets, who move into the Final Four here on their first trip ever to Champaign. What a game, Greg.
It was a very exciting basketball game. It went right down to the wire. You couldn't ask for any better. It was a penetration move by Meese that set it all up, and Brayman was able to get the nice basket on the inside. Little soft jumper inside. A great win for Eureka. They win at 52-50.
Well, I wonder who our player of the game will be. Yeah, that's right. There he is. Our player of the game, brought to you by All Sport Body Quencher. All new, all taste, all performance. Drink All Sport. Brayman did more than hit that winning shot in this one, Greg.
Well, he got on the boards real hard. He got 6 rebounds. He had 3 assists. The defense continued to collapse back down low on Brayman. He had the ability to kick it back out the inside, but Brayman a big basketball game with 12 points.
And here's the play that won it. As you said, the penetration by Meese, and he does a great job here. Watch his eyes. He sees the entire floor and finds Brayman open on the baseline, even though he seems to be looking a little bit off to his right there as he makes the play.
Well, it's a great look that time by Nathaniel Meese on the play. He sets the tone for his basketball team on the offense and on the defensive end. It was a great look, a nice dish, a wonderful finish by Matt Brayman. He's the guy that knocked down the game winner, and Eureka advances in state tournament action.
And our play of the game brought to you by American Airlines and American Eagle. Something special in the air. I tell you what, there's something special going on with the Eureka Hornets right now. They, after not winning a regional for more than 50 years, Greg, are in the Final Four here in 1994.
Well, that's what you call excitement. Eureka's a tremendous basketball team. They completely controlled the basketball game. They set the tone defensively. They controlled it. They set tempo. They were able to score off a transition and did a good job of taking Jason Sauers, the outstanding basketball player of Riverton, really out of the basketball game. Sauers had some problems, but I think you have to credit the play of Eureka. They were a fired up bunch of players, and they really got the job done on the defensive end. a tremendous win for Eureka's basketball team and the town of Eureka.
Well, they went to their bench, and that was a problem for Riverton. They're not as deep a ball club. Perhaps fatigue was a factor down the stretch, although give Riverton credit. They kind of solved that full court pressure a little bit, committed a couple of key turnovers down the stretch, but really did better against the pressure in the second half. That's what got them back into a position to win the game.
Well, I thought a real key, though, for Riverton was the fact that Beeman fouled out of the basketball game. He fouled out with a little over 3 minutes to go in the basketball game, and he was a veteran. He was here before, and they had to go to their bench, and with Beeman on the sidelines, they really couldn't get the job done. But Riverton, an outstanding year. They were here last year. They lost in the quarterfinals here last year to a very good Staunton basketball team who went on to win the state championship. But Riverton, this was a tremendous basketball game. This is what it's all about, Dick.
Hey,
these two ball clubs battled just throughout the entire basketball game, and you love to see it go right down to the wire. It was a game winner, and Matt Brayman, the junior, a great future. He really impressed me inside. A good post-up player, a nice soft touch, but he had some quickness and really went hard to the glass. This is a big win. I'm excited, Dick.
Well, I'll tell you what, Eureka's hoping for the same script as last year, because in the first round a year ago, the Hawks lost to the eventual state champion. Maybe it'll happen again, and if it does, those Hornet fans will be buzzing around the Assembly
Hall. You can't predict anything in this state tournament, Dick. You know that. A lot of people feel like that St. Martin de Porres is the class of the tournament, but Pinckneyville's a good ball club. T-Town's an outstanding basketball team, and one thing about when you get to this level, all you want to do is advance. You don't worry about how you play. You just hope you advance to the next round, and Eureka's there in the next round.
Well, that's what Eureka has done, advanced to the semifinals. Now, who's next? Who's going to face them in tomorrow's first semifinal game? Either Chicago St. Martin de Porres or Kewanee, those two clubs waiting in the wings. We'll return after these local messages. Eureka gets it done here. They win it by 2. They led most of the way, but Riverton came back to make it very interesting down the stretch. They had those 2-point leads. They committed a couple of critical turnovers, and then it came down to Brayman, Matt Brayman, who hit the winner. Give a lot of a credit to Nathaniel Meese with the assist.
Well, Eureka had a nice run right towards the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter. It was a 12-0 run that they went on, and they did that with some outstanding defense. And I think Eureka's defense was outstanding. They were a quicker basketball team. They were very quick to the basketball, and really took control of the ball game on the defensive end. It set the tone, but also tempo. Both of us felt like Dick was going to be a key in the ball game. Riverton wanted a half-court game. Eureka wanted an open floor game, and as you can see, it was an open floor game with Eureka winning it by 2, 52-50.
It really was, even though the score was low. Fewer points than Eureka is used to scoring. It was sort of a helter-skelter style, and that was forced by Eureka's full-court defense.
And Riverton had some problems handling the pressure defense. They turned it over way too many times in the basketball game, and I think that's a credit to Eureka. They were just outstanding on the defensive end. They took Sowers out of the game. Couple had some problems getting involved on the offensive end. Half-court offense by Riverton. They wanted to be very patient, move the basketball 3, 4, 5 passes, get some good looks on the inside, and they really didn't get that in today's ball game.
Well, the statistic that counts, of course, is the final score. Eureka wins 52-50, but let's look at the other figures now, Greg Sterick.
Well, field goals 37% for Riverton, Eureka 38%. About even the free throw line, Eureka only 9 of 18. They still win. Three's not a real factor. Both ball clubs with 1 rebound department. Riverton gets the edge there by 4, 37-33. Steals, Riverton only 1 steal in the basketball game. What a big stat that is as it jumps out at you. Eureka gets 10 steals.
Our statistics brought to you by the dairy farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Milk, it does a body good. Eureka's Hornets feeling pretty good right now. They're through the first round here of this Class A state tournament. We have a lot of great action yet to come today. Kewanee and Chicago St. Martin de Porres coming up next, and Jim Albrecht will join Greg Sterick for the call of that one. You stay right where you are. We'll return after these local messages.
the man. Peoria Manual head coach Dick.
Listen up, sports fans. Be one of the regular listeners to America's original series of weekly radio shows devoted exclusively to high school sports. IHSA Sports Report with Art Kimball is sponsored by the Illinois High School Association, as being carried this school year by more than 100 radio stations throughout Illinois. In 3 different shows each week, Art talks to the people who are making things happen in IHSA sports and brings
about 55 to 58 students in high school, and I recall the one big win that I remember. Our guys were playing Morton, and it was probably a little warm-up game for Morton at that time, but we went over there and won the ball game, and that was the night that I'll always remember. I was a very happy ride home because that game was played at Morton, Illinois.
What year was that?
1949.
A 1949 Giant slayer to one of the Giants a couple of years later. Van Syak moved north to Washington in 1951, where he got his first round-trip ticket to Champaign in the Elite Eight.
We had a team that went to the state when I was at Washington in '62. Lost our first game in Champaign to Quincy.
15 years in Washington, and then Coach Van was moving on up to the south side. Good years in Armington and Washington, but Peoria Manual is his home for the last 28 years. A long road with plenty of mileage racked up between Peoria and Champaign. 6 trips to March Madness headquarters, 6 disappointing trips home. Perhaps none more so than a quarterfinal loss in 1987. It was Quincy again.
Bailey wheels it up. Scores with 2. Booth fires. It is no good. No good. Quincy wins.
There are just a number of outstanding coaches in the state of Illinois who are trying to get to Champaign. And because of where they're located or the talent that they have, haven't been able to get there. And that's kind of the way I look at the state championship. It would be great. It'd be great for the kids, and I'd like to say I won one, but that's the least of my thoughts, really.
State title hopes overshadowed this season by Coach Van's pursuit of the all-time record, forcing him into an unwanted spotlight.
I guess I'm happy that we got 809 out of the way. We're tied now, and now maybe we can play basketball.
And now he's #1 in wins and losses for a career that he doesn't measure in terms of conference titles or trips to state. The years have meaning for Coach Van because he's been able to help kids improve themselves as basketball players and as people, and he's had a ball doing it.
Rather than get into administration or to get out and do something else and maybe make a few more dollars, I've been very happy in the life that I've had. And I enjoy working with the young people, and it keeps you young, and hopefully I've helped a few of them along the way.
Well, Coach, we know you were probably watching your alma mater, Eureka, head into the semis. Good luck tonight against Galesburg in your sectional final at Manual. And we will be back to preview Kewanee against St. Martin de Porres here right after this word from one of our network sponsors, your local Ford dealer.